Sewa International is a Hindu faith-based, humanitarian, nonprofit service organization registered under Internal Revenue Code 501(c)(3). Founded in 2003, Sewa International is part of a larger movement that started in India in 1989 and is active in 20 countries. Sewa serves humanity irrespective of race, color, religion, gender, or nationality.
Namaste. Welcome to the podcast series by Sewa International USA, The Sewa Path, learning from life journeys grounded in values. I am Nijah Paroveti Gananam Laguchetasam, Udara Charitanam tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Guided by the principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family and rooted in the principle of Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. May everyone be happy. Sewa International is serving local communities across United States and beyond. I'm Anjana Bhadri, and today I'm joined by Shruti Karu for technical support. Shubha Swagata to all our Karyakartas and listeners. With this effort, we begin a new journey to educate, engage, and inspire our USA volunteers through heartfelt conversations. Let's explore in today's episode Sewa International USA's flagship program, Family Services. Let's understand what this program is about and different key focus areas it covers. I'm delighted to welcome Family Services core team members. Please join me in welcoming Narendra Jamwarji. He's the Associate Director of Family Services Program.
Namaste.
Namaste, Narendra ji. We also have with us Meenal Joshi ji, National Coordinator of Family Services Program.
Namaste.
Namaste. We have with us Nivedita Krishnaswamy ji. She's the lead of East Bay Family Services team. Namaste.
Namaste.
We have Deepti Desai ji, President of Chicago chapter and co-team member of Family Services. Namaste, Deepti ji. Namaste all. Family Services connect people to various needs, to different resources when they approach the Family Services team in difficult times. Before we begin with the questions, let's watch a small video which talks about Family Service or what that program is. Can I have the video, please?
Family Services, one of the premier initiatives of Sewa International USA, is designed to support community members seeking help and guidance. It is a support structure for the community, by the community, providing information, resources, and volunteers to assist people in times of need. With the unprecedented growth in families, international students, and senior citizens in the U.S., there is a critical need for culture-specific and community-focused services. Understanding these unmet needs, Sewa International began offering a variety of tailored services. The Family Services Program leverages local resources while bringing complementary services to ensure effective assistance for those in need. Awareness of available social, humanitarian, and healthcare services is often limited in underserved communities, and Sewa steps in to bridge that gap. Our programs are proactive and need-based, delivered through volunteers, partnering organizations, and professionals, covering three main verticals: case management, education and awareness, and health wellness. Join us in making a difference. Be a part of Sewa's Family Services Program.
Yes, this video gave us a short glimpse or a summary of what Family Services does. Now, let me jump to questions and let me ask my first question to Meenal ji. Meenal ji, case management is a very, I would say, all three verticals which we saw are very helpful, and case management, which is very touching. Like you might have handled many cases as a case manager. You are there for the compassionate support. So let me ask you this question: which is the case which has stayed with you for a long time or which has touched your heart? Can you please share that experience with us?
Certainly. Before I share the story,
let me just summarize what family services case management.
Mhm.
So, the case management support is supporting individuals and families during difficult times, such as illnesses, emergencies, or loss of a loved one.
Mhm.
What do? We provide information, we provide practical assistance, we connect families with resources, and we offer guidance and emotional support when they need it the most. So, moving on to the story, I would like to share this particular story because of the nature of the service we provided to them. We could not change the outcome, but we were able to bring the support and the dignity when it needed the most. And that is why this story is very important to me.
Mhm.
An individual who was living in the US with his immediate family members back in India. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. About a year in the United States, he underwent several treatments. Unfortunately, none of them were successful. When he reached the palliative stage, his family hoped that he could return back to India. They wanted him to try alternative treatment as the final option. And they also wanted him to be closer to the family, closer to the loved ones. However, the family members had limited financial resources, and he himself was facing lots of challenges arranging the travel. So his friends reached out to the Sewa Family Services for help. We stepped in, we talked to the family members, we talked to the friends, we talked to the client, and we could chalk out the plan that, okay, let's see how we can help him. We first thing we did is we purchased a ticket for him. Then we provided all the logistical support when he was in the US, arranged the travel logistics so that he could go to the airport and travel and return back to his family. Sadly, by the time he reached India, got admitted, it was too late. He passed away within few days. But his family was deeply grateful that he could spend his final moments with them in their motherland, surrounded by the people and the place he loved the most. So, as I said before, we could not change the outcome. But throughout this journey, the Seva volunteers were passionately helping him, stayed with him, and that was the most important thing. We could offer him support and dignity, and it mattered a lot. So, this story, Anjana ji, will stay with me forever. Even though we could not help him, we could not achieve the wanted outcome, we were there for him.
Yeah. Yeah, as you said, you couldn't change the outcome, but family services team was there like a family with him uh, through his last journey. Yeah, thank you, Meenalji, for sharing this. Uh, Now let me move to Nivedita ji for my next question. Nivedita ji, you take care of education and awareness section. So I'm sure you might have also handled a lot of cases because family services is active in so many chapters. So everyone pitch in as case managers. So from your case manager experience and handling education and awareness, can you tell me which are the key important topics for workshop for a family, individual, or community at large?
Namaste. Dhanyavad, Anjana ji. Surely I can talk about it. But before I answer the question, let me quickly share the purpose or the goal behind this vertical we call Education and Awareness Workshop slash seminars. The purpose or the goals of this particular vertical is to create awareness amongst the community members of the different resources that are available to them or different options that are available to them should there is a need should a need arise. The reason being is to attempt to minimize the distress in unforeseen events or situations. The second purpose is to generate resources then to increase the volunteer base, bringing the community together through networking, collaborate with other organizations, and help community make informed choices when the need is there. These are some of the goals. Now, there is a workshop topic selection framework, which is divided into three categories, which is preventive, which is like a long term growth, workshops like college preparedness, wellness, etc.
Mhm.
There is second category is empirical based on our case management experience, which is called practical readiness, which is legal directives, emergency plan, preparedness for disaster. And the third is responsive, which is community driven, which is like workshop topics which are suggested by our volunteers. It could be based on the local needs or it could be based on chapter trends. Now, coming back to your question, from our case management experience, we have been seen the some of the most distressing family crisis situations. This situation could be significantly less overwhelming with better awareness and preparation. Like three common distressing situations families face is sudden death of parents of minor children, leaving behind a minor child or children with where there are no legal guardians assigned and or no financial plan is in place is one of the most distressing situation a family can face or the children who are left behind can face. The second one is death of a primary earning member. If this earning member of or this primary member or leaves without a will, a trust, or clarity around the financial accounts, beneficiaries, or passwords to different financial documents or financial data, or even to your digital devices, this leads to a difficult situation. And the last distressing situation that we have seen during the our case management experience is when a family member is hospitalized in critical conditions without having a document called medical will or five wishes or health directives. In these situations, the family members who are caring for this particular person is unable to make decision for this person who is in the critical condition, while the loved ones, because they lack legal authority or access to medical and financial information or choices or decisions that they can make for this person. Now these are the situations no one likes to talk about, no one likes to even think about most of the cases. However, when families are unprepared, the emotional trauma is really compounded by legal confusion, financial stress, and decision making conflicts. Based on these real life cases, the most relevant workshops to better support individuals, families, and the community, we include our health directives and advanced care planning, living trust and will, managing nominees and beneficiaries properly, naming legal guardians for minor children, organizing and safeguarding essential documents. These proactive planning workshops empower families to prepare for emergencies. They reduce avoidable stress and ease long-term financial and emotional burdens. Ultimately, they help build a more resilient and informed community. So we do have upcoming podcast on essential documents. We do have essential documents FAQs on Sewa International's website, which I can urge community members to access. We do have a document that they can download for free on Five Wishes Health Directive on our website. There are clear guidelines on why these things matter and how to access the right resources to organize and protect them. So these workshops are important in these scenarios. So if I were to conclude in one sentence, preparation is not about fear, it's about responsibility, clarity, and peace of mind. Dhanyavad.
So, Nivedita ji, I must say this vertical, I mean, a lot of thoughts is being put behind this, like so much thought, and you are giving uh, those who attend the workshop, you're giving so much to them. But however, I have a follow-up question for this, but let me move to another vertical and then get back to you again. So let me move to Deepti ji for my next question. So Deepti ji, you take care of health and wellness. And in health and wellness, again, we have three sections. That's yoga for diabetes, then senior seva, and know your healthy self. So can you please share what and all you cover and what you activities we do in health and wellness?
Sure. Thank you, Anjana ji, for having me. So these three programs that you mentioned address health at every stage of life, starting with awareness, moving to illness prevention, and ultimately empowering individuals to take control of their own health and lifestyle. Each program is tailored to meet evolving needs of people as we all age. Yoga for diabetes, I will start with that. It uses specially designed yoga routines and lifestyle guidance for people who are pre-diabetic, diabetic, and even people who have a history of diabetes and are concerned that they may be susceptible to it in future can join our course. This particular program is led by trained professionals, which includes yoga instructor, a doctor who comes and talks to them about what is the impact of yoga on diabetes, and a nutritionalist who talks about food habits and mentions which food are good versus which food people with diabetes should avoid. It helps them control and improve their health, trying to prevent diabetes from worsening. The second program that we have, which is Know Your Healthy Self, SELF, which stands for sleep, exercise, living for the present, and food. This initiative drives a holistic approach to wellness, targeting not just physical and emotional health, but also spiritual and social growth. By facilitating programs like group walks, hikes, and other outdoor activities, we enable members to stay active and build cohesive bonds. The goal is to empower participants to build balanced lifestyles. Just in 2025, we had over 50 events impacting over 2,000 participants. Senior Sewa, by the name itself, it focuses on seniors supporting their physical, emotional, and social health through various wellness activities and educational programs that we support them with. We provide them with much needed activities, with much needed social engagement to get them out of their loneliness. To summarize our three programs, Yoga for Diabetes helps those at risk or living with diabetes. Healthy Self builds good habits for everyone, and Senior Seva takes care of senior citizens. All three are about staying healthy through prevention and community support. I have one question for Narendraji. Narendraji, since you are so familiar with Senior Seva program, can you shed some more information?
Sure, Diptiji. Just to give a background, during COVID time, we experienced there is a growing need for addressing senior specific needs or services, I'll say. At that time, they thought about starting some program for seniors that evolved. And we started working on it. And after going through few rounds of discussions and brainstorming, we came up with the program and with the intent to provide a platform for networking, knowledge sharing, and addressing the emotion isolation which seniors they face it very frequently. In this, we are facilitating a small group of seniors in close vicinity to get together periodically. This get together typically consists of socializing, information sharing, whatever is relevant to the seniors, some entertainment, fun games together, or celebrating festivals or any specific occasion like birthdays or any such occasion, and any such activity. So this periodic meeting and spending time together, this provides a very good platform for gathering the all relevant information, also and also gives the opportunity to network with the like-minded seniors. So that is how we have planned this program. It started with Houston, and now it is slowly going in growing in the multiple chapters and in more of the similar format with the same intent. This program is taking a good momentum.
That's great to know, Narendraji. Deeptiji and Narendraji, thank you for sharing about health and wellness vertical. So there are fun activities involved in this vertical. Thank you so much. Now let me go back to my follow-up question to Nivedita ji. Nivedita ji, you mentioned that you do workshops for community, you bring in resources, and you do on important topics. So all these topics, because we are in the era of social media, so all this information is readily available at our fingertips. So why do we do what we do? So why are these workshops important, and how does it impact the community?
That's a great question, Anjana ji. I mean, many times people have asked us
Mhm.
this question. So let me answer that question in 4 points. Number one is online and social media information could be generic. Whereas when we bring workshops or seminars, our workshops are community centered and the topics for these are shaped by real case management experiences, as mentioned earlier, right? So, and sometimes these workshops are brought based on the direct feedback from our community members. There could be an event in the community, there could be something as that has happened in the community. For example, in the recent times where we live, there has been a series of earthquakes. So then community members ask us, can you have a workshop on disaster management, disaster preparedness? So we do bring such workshop based on the community needs in that time. And that segues into the second point. We focus on timely, relevant issues that matter now. So, such as immigration updates, health insurance updates. We are soon going to have a workshop on the recent changes in the state insurance, like Medicare. So, there are a lot of changes that take place from time to time, and we feel it's important that the community stays updated. So, those are the relevant issues. And that's why we try to provide practical, culturally relevant information that people can actually use. The third point is participants leave better prepared when we bring these workshops to support themselves and their families, and they can share the information with their community, within their organization. They can even share it with their colleagues, and there are whichever place, the social gatherings, they can share this information. The last point is all these sessions are interactive and are led by licensed professional. So we make sure that the information that is we give, the facilitators that we bring are reliable, credible, and trustworthy, and they have proper credentials to conduct these workshops.
Great, great. Very important point to note is you bring this workshop based on the case management history. I mean, because you work on ground with the community, and you
Yes,
know
we do.
exactly which workshops to bring. And also, one more important point to note is these workshops are led by the professionals, so the
Yes,
experts on that
yes.
topic. So,
Mhm.
Karyakartas or listeners, please note that in case you come across any family services workshop, please do go and attend it. So uh, it'll be very helpful. Thank you, Niveditaji, for answering this question. Now, let me go back to case management section again and ask my question to Meenalji. Meenalji, we understand now case management or family services is there to help during difficult times to families. But however, I want to understand, so which kind of situations should they come and approach you? So you provide help, but now I need to understand when they can come and approach the family services team.
Um, Absolutely, yes. So I just want to clarify that family case management services at
Mhm.
Sewa are not emergency responders or direct service providers. If you have an emergency, you should call 911. Instead, we are dedicated volunteers who guide and support families by connecting them with the resources and assistance they may need during these difficult times. I would say that our support is focused in the four key areas: death and bereavement support. We guide families through difficult moments after a loss. We assist with funeral arrangements, repatriations, and we help them honor their loved ones with dignity. The second area of focus would be health and medical care coordination. Families are dealing with illnesses and they have a lot on their mind. They need support on various fronts: hospitalizations, palliative care. We try to step in and help ease some of the burdens. How do we do that? We coordinate the practical support. This may include arranging rides to the medical appointments, organizing freshly home cooked meals, or helping families manage day to day needs during these challenging times. The third area of the support is resource and community connections. This is the very important thing, that people are looking for information, where reliable information right away, without delays. And they are struggling. They are trying to go to various resources. So when they know that Sewa can provide information, they approach to us. What do? We try to connect them with trusted professionals, give them references to programs, community services, which exist with Sewa and other collaborating partnering organizations, government or non government organizations, so that they promptly access the support they need during those times. And the fourth most important area of focus is volunteer, emotional, and spiritual support. And this is at the core of the Seva's work. Sometimes families simply need someone to talk to. Our volunteers are there to listen to them. We offer encouragement and caring presence, whether that can mean a listening ear or shoulder to lean on, or helping connect them with spiritual guidance if they wish. So, I would just summarize that family services case management is about being present for the families, easing their stress, helping them find the support and the connection they need immediately during those challenging times. Once again, we are not the emergency service providers, but we are dedicated volunteers who guide and support families in these four focus areas I just explained.
So family services, all verticals are very well structured. So in case management, we can approach for these four areas you mentioned, and everyone gave a very good explanation of when and how we can approach for our needs. Dhanyawad, Minalji. And now I'll come to my last question to Narendraji. Narendraji, to wrap up, my question is like, can you explain how family services team is making an impact, overall impact in the community? And what's the key message do you have for our audience to take away with?
Sure, Anjanaji. Where I will suggest that it will be a good idea to play the small video clip which talks about how the beneficiary feels when they get the benefit or when they participate in any of our program. So that's a small clip.
Sure.
If you can run that, that will give us everybody good idea.
Yes, absolutely. Can I have the video, please?
I have been volunteering with Sewa International's education team for many years, long enough that it feels just like family. Sewa keeps inviting me back and I keep showing up.
We never expected Sewa International Family Services case management team would be helpful to us in every minute in a day. It's like a family to us. It's like an extended family, I can say.
This is excellent, the best program I have ever attended. Great.
Now, I think this video gives the idea how the beneficiaries they feel about when they take benefit from any of our family services verticals initiatives or their support in case of difficult time. One, I will like to summarize in a couple of ways that one, it is a very integrated program in which while we address the emergency situation or the urgent need through our case management approach, we also gather the information and work on the proactive way so that the community members are better prepared in some of this situation. So it's an integrated approach. That is one thing. Second thing is that also makes this particular program or three verticals very complementary to each other. Like Nivedita ji explained that how the essential document is important and how we came up with that topic, that is purely based on the case management experience. And that makes it very practical what to be imparted or what kind of awareness to be bring. That is based on the experience we try to do that. Similarly, second example, which we discuss in this episode, is a senior Sewa. During COVID time, we experienced it and we started with that initiative. So where we see a significant kind of need, we try to come up with those proactive approach also. So this is how our program is integrated and complementing to each other. That is the one thing I want to summarize. I guess by this podcast, everybody must have got some idea about what we do, what is the intent behind our family service program. My request to everyone, all the listener, is that if they can spread the word, more and more people can take advantage of whatever initiatives we work on. And also they can support us either through volunteering or if they have any expertise through that or through the donations also. So we are looking forward for all that kind of support. And also, I guess, more people can utilize these services.
Thank you, Narendra ji. So the family services verticals, they do not work in silos. They complement each other and work for the community. So as I mentioned in the beginning, so Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Sewa is guided by the principle Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and family services proves that because they consider everyone as a family and work with them. So to our audience, if you want to be part of family services team, if you want to be a volunteer or, be part of this compassionate team, we are sharing the details on the screen. Please note that. Please join Sewa International Family Services team. By this, we come to the end of this episode. By end of this episode, I just understand that if anyone is having a issue or problem with their in their family, you don't have to bear it alone. You don't have to face it alone. Family services teams stand as a strong pillar and will be there with you and will help you to come out of it. Thank you to all our guests, to the family service support team. The team is much bigger, but this team is representing all of the volunteers. Dhanyawad for sharing your experience, for giving your time and sharing the insights. Thank you so much. To everyone, to our audience especially, I must thank you for listening and stay tuned for more inspiring podcast episodes. The Sewa Path, learning from life journeys grounded in values. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani paschyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyawad and Namaste.